Welcome to Travelers to an episode of Fandom Station. I'm your host Mavic, and this is my co-host Eva Dates.
Hello.
Yo, since Damachi is still on hiatus, we are going to be doing another just general discussion video. Um, this will be like like how some of our videos been doing lately, and we did like in the very beginning when we first started. And it started since like MCU seems like it's like it's going somewhere right now. I think with the new Captain America movie and the new Fantastic Four movie coming up, and also new Thunderbolts movie. I think it's pretty busy with MCU now. I was like thinking about cinematic universes lately. Some that have prospered, some that have failed. And I was like, what if it was like we've barely gotten a good anime movie, but I was like thinking like, what if we were able to get one, and like what if we just were able to like get a whole franchise of like anime cinematic universe movies. I think that could be cool potentially, but it would be there's like no doubt it would be incredibly difficult to pull it off. But
There's a lot to consider.
Let's try to consider it anyway. But before we get into that, let's get into the news. Okay, first thing off, The Lord of the Rings, The War of Warhammer film streams on Max on February 28th. And also HBO will run the film on March 8th, so that's cool. You know about Warhammer, right? We talked about it before. It's this anime Lord of the Rings movie that came out last year, like late last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked cool from when we looked at it.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but this is also kind of ties into the topic a little bit,
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of these do. It's like I didn't like.
Actually, I don't know if any of the Lord of the Rings crossover.
Yeah, this completely coincidental, but Goku Loser Ranger season 2 unveils new cast. So, looks like they're showing designs for a few characters. I know some of the characters I don't really know, but like we
know, yeah.
We've both read Goku Loser Ranger, the manga. We're big fans of it, and
Caught up to its current chapter. We both are.
Yeah, we caught up to the current chapter. I also want to tell you, it's like been like a 2-week hiatus as well. It's gonna be a 2-week hiatus for that manga.
Yeah.
It has to do with like some health issues with the author. So hopefully it gets better soon.
How did you learn of that? Didn't they say it was health issues?
Just I was looking through the news and I saw like an article about it.
Yeah. So, I think we need to like seriously consider how they're treating artists, brother. Like they're both in Korea and Japan. There are a lot of artist stoppages for health issues.
Well, it's like anybody. Everybody gets sick from time to time, so then they need time to rest. And I think giving them time to rest is like just the key, and then also giving them just time in general, even when they're not sick, to like rest as well is also essential. And I hope
I understand.
I hope the author recovers and they get well soon, because this manga it's really good. I like it a lot. And it's cool that it's getting another anime. Maybe I'll finally watch the anime the first season before I watch the season 2. Because the first you
didn't watch it? I forgot you didn't watch the first season.
But what's crazy is that the anime trailer got me into reading the manga. But then when the anime
really?
Yeah, when the anime eventually came out, I was like, I already read the manga, so I don't want to watch it anymore. That happens sometimes for me. But anyway, next thing up is live action Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint film confirms July release a new video. This is the one of the coincidences I was talking about. So Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint is a very successful memoir series out there. It's one of those other game like stories, where
it's an okay story.
Have you seen some of it?
Yeah, I read. I think I read the first like 10 chapters.
Yeah, same.
'Cause I wanted to check it out since you were like recommending, or I don't know if you recommended it per se, but
I'll talk about a lot of stuff I recommend it. If you don't know, I'll say something like, this is really good, this is really bad. I think it's cool. I there's some parts I don't like, you know. And it's like, yeah, I rarely say I really like say you need to read this though. But yeah, so that's getting a live action adaptation. So and it's gonna be a movie. Uh, they're just skipping the animation entirely and jumping straight to the movie. I do think I heard something about them getting anime too. I might talk about that as well. So I guess we're doing it around the same time. Next thing, Batman Ninja vs. Yakuza League anime film premieres digitally in US on March 18th. Looks like there's gonna be like.
was there? Is this the new one?
Yeah.
Or was there another Batman
It
Ninja?
looks like the DVD, like you know, you'll be able to get a DVD of it on April 15th. Okay, cool. Or like it'll just be better quality. I'm not sure. And last thing, the next Godzilla X Kong sequel film cast Jack O'Connell. I didn't really care too much about the casting, but I just thought it'd be cool to just talk about how this was a franchise. I'm not sure that many people thought it was gonna be such a big resurgence. I mean, Godzilla was a franchise for a long time before the Godzilla movies came out, but like it's really picked up win, I think, and like become one of the most successful like franchises out there, movie franchises at least out there right now.
I find it weird that Godzilla has both. It has both Japanese and American versions,
Oh yeah, because like
which is kind of obvious, but they both like have their own multiverses.
yeah, because like Godzilla X Kong came out like the same year as Godzilla -1 or -0. What was it called? -1 or -0?
-1.
-1, yeah, it was -1. They were like, we already did 0. We can't do 0 again. Let's do -1. So yeah, that's cool. So this is another. I jumped into this franchise just randomly. I just think the first thing I watched was the first. Was it the first? Was it the first Godzilla Kong movie? How many times did Godzilla and Kong fought?
I don't know.
Okay,
It's probably been a decent amount of time.
I think I've watched the first movie where they fought, but I'm having a hard time remember what happened. What happened in that movie? But yeah, I think I watched that one. That's when I jumped in, and then I was like, since I watched the last Godzilla X Kong movie, I guess I'll watch another Godzilla X Kong movie. So if they keep on, I guess they're just gonna keep on doing this Godzilla X Kong mini. It's like a sub franchise now.
I wonder how much money are they making off of it.
I don't know. You can probably look up the metrics, but I imagine it's a pretty good amount if they ever pump out these kind of movies a lot. Because they came out with like Godzilla.
They did like 3 Godzillas. They did like 3 King Kongs.
Yeah. I don't know. They weren't that many. They did like one Godzilla movie, and then they came out with Godzilla King of Monsters. I'm not sure what the timeline is, but they also came out with like Kong Skull Island. Then they made the Godzilla X Kong movie. And then they made another Godzilla X Kong movie, we'll call it, like the New Kingdom or something. I watched those last 2 movies, and now I probably should go back and watch like the first 3 or so. But anyway, so yeah, that's one franchise that became wildly successful. Let's talk about maybe a potential new franchise now. So yeah, this is the start to the topic of like how to turn an anime into a cinematic universe, or how to turn anime into a cinematic universe. So where do you want to start? Because I have no idea where to go with this.
Well, first we have to find a reason for them to all be in one universe.
Okay, so this is one thing I brought up. Do you want it to just be one anime, or do you just want it to be like multiple anime? Which I'm not sure.
If it's one anime, then it would be more in line. But to do that, you would have to kind of create a new anime. So
what do you mean you create new anime?
because you have to create for a multiverse to exist, you have to sort of create multiple characters of the same of a same Earth in a different universe.
Wait,
That's how the multiverse.
not multiverse. So it's like just one cinematic universe.
I don't know. I don't know how I would want it to be.
Yeah,
Cause like I would.
I mean, we could explore both options. I mean, if you want, we can explore the option of just be one anime, or we can explore the option of like being multi anime and just see which one we like better.
Yeah.
We can start
multiple anime is probably like what I would prefer.
Okay, we can just start with that one. Maybe dive into maybe one anime and talk about that for a little bit towards the end. But yeah, well, at one minute I was thinking multiple anime would be cooler as well in a sense, like because that kind of fits the theme more when you think of like cinematic universe, like multiple main characters. Like nobody's like just the one main character. It's like because that's like kind of Godzilla, MCU, DC, the DCE works. Yeah. So who would this character be to kick it off? Like who do you think would like who's gonna be like the Iron Man and Superman?
Rimuru.
For the franchise, you want Rimuru to be like the first movie. You want the first movie to be that time I got reincarnated as a slime. That's like
yes.
Okay, I guess first off we gotta go off.
Because why not?
Okay, first off, what is the theme of this? What's like the feel of this cinematic universe? Because like every cinematic universe has kind of feel to it, right? So with this one, it makes me think it's gonna be more lighthearted, like jokey kind of franchise. If you start with the room.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, slime has its moments of darkness.
It does, but it's like darkness, and they're laughing and putting like sparklers over it.
That's not wrong.
Yeah. So I mean, that kind of because like the first Iron Man kind of paints a picture. Really, the first Iron Man movie that popped off, it kind of really like paints out what MCU ends up being with like it's very military focused, very like grounded. Not a lot of people with superpowers, at least like not avert superpowers. Barely any secret identities because like that, like I Am Iron Man scene really did like define a lot. He was just like I Am Iron Man. Like and from then on, like almost no superhero in like the cinematic universe has like a secret identity. So I do think what the movie you saw off of the shit does kind of paint the picture of how the rest of the franchise is gonna go.
Honestly, you know what? What if it works in a tower sort of way? Like you bring all of these characters together and they have to climb some insanely difficult tower that's tailored to their like difficulty. So it wouldn't follow like one. It would follow the characters separately, but they would all have their own different, struggles.
I'm trying. I don't know. I think that feels like more like if one cohesive movie or like a video game. I feel like for a cinematic universe, you wouldn't want the main plot to be so straightforward. I guess. I don't know. Because like one of the things, it's like a lot of side stories that come together in a way. Like we could have some kind of thing like a tower or like some kind of uniform. Like you're saying, like everybody. What kind of tower are you talking about? Like, what do you mean?
Like, you know how the tower works in Player?
Yeah. So you're saying everybody's trying to climb a tower, like an actual physical tower.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it kind of could work, but I can kind of see it. But maybe more like stuff was coming out of the tower instead. Like it was like imagine like the Fennies. Like imagine like because like in like in DCU there's like important in DCU and MCU there's like my main two ideas of cinematic universe. There's got like the mother boxes in the DC and like the Infinity Stones in the MCU. So maybe this tower could be like the Infinity Stones where like there's different maybe multiple towers, maybe just one tower, but like the main idea is like this tower is the thing that's like drawing everybody together.
Yeah.
Like different threats are coming out of it. or maybe this tower's like. Also, we got. Are they all?
I
On the
mean,
same,
it could.
are they all on the same planet, or are they different? Is different universes
I
completely?
was more so thinking like they just get spawned directly into the tower. Like the tower is its own world, sort of. Because like them being spawned into a world would be highly unfortunate for that world. I'm not gonna hold you. So it'd have to be something that could sustain the insanity that's like teleporting them in the first place.
Okay, so this is a big concept about them. Then, so you're saying we take them out? I don't know. I feel like if we take them out of their own
Like
verse
like
and and take them out of the and we don't put them in like on normal origin, I mean, we just completely put them in an unfamiliar spot to both them and the audience. Like the audience gonna be like, I don't want. Why would you take them out of like their verse? Like don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like people
yes.
usually don't like that. I think I think when a character gets taken out of their own verse and like it's like what? Just put them back
Well,
with it.
people are idiots. So like,
I don't know.
but like it it should work on a method. Because here's the thing: there's too much balancing that you have to do for a character. If Goku goes to some random Earth and fights, that Earth isn't surviving like the first punch. Let's be completely honest. It would have to be something that could actually take the damage that these characters would be able to do.
Okay, so what about
And
what about instead of like a tower that they're on inside? What about a tower that like changed the world to something like I don't know, to where it like kind of remember when I told you about Secret Wars and how that worked?
yeah,
What if like I mean this is kind of going into like what if territory, but like instead of just cinematic universe, but like what if all these towers like every different like anime series had their own tower, and that tower basically like kind of put a little bit of their world into this planet Earth, right? So like you have the Dragon Ball tower that kind of puts like the lookout of into this one into Earth, and you have like the Naruto tower that puts like Konoha Village onto Earth. You know, and the other various towers like just like they just pull a little bit of the of the other worlds into this
now
one.
I'm thinking, rather than a tower, taking what you just said, like, what if it teleports a village? Like, it teleports the main character and like the main village. So like, uh, if Naruto was dragged, then Konoha and the people in Konoha would be put in a random spot on Earth. Think of it like a game where you set up a base. That's sort of what happens to them. They get teleported with the people in their villages
Mm-hmm.
or the places that they're trying to protect. So now you have Rimuru in his city with, obviously all of his people because they only stay in the city, crazy enough, besides like Sohei.
Mm-hmm.
You have Naruto with his village. You have, I guess you would have, what is it, Star City and Dragon Ball? What is it called? I can't remember.
I think it's called Orange. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called 4-Star City or something like that. West City. I think it's West
Or
City.
Star City.
I think it's West City.
West City?
Yeah.
I don't know. But you would have that city. Like, I feel like that would be I feel like that would be cool.
I think that could be cool.
Of course, it would still be highly dependent. Because, like, you still got to figure out a way to make the characters equal to each other.
I mean, you can always do something like Yu Hakusho does this thing in that verse where like when they go to like the demon realm, the everything is like more durable in demon realm. Like everything like when their attacks like their human world is like actually more fragile. So an attack that like just blows them melting in the demon realm will actually like probably destroy like a city in the human world. So you could do something like that.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
I was thinking of a city, or like not a city, a system. But I don't know if a system would work that well.
Mm.
I mean, it could, because it just... Actually, a system would work if it inhibited their powers to a point where they would be on the same level.
Yeah. powers and same level would be cool. So what would be some characters that you think would be like the main team or something starting out that they'd probably be like the main characters, like these are the you're gonna give these characters a movie. So you can't give everybody a movie, but you're gonna give these characters a movie to start with. You know?
Rimuru again. I don't know. I just like Rimuru. Naruto, probably. I like Naruto just like Naruto. Now I would say Dragon Ball, but I don't want to say Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is not. Dragon Ball has. I feel like introducing Dragon Ball would cause more problems than introducing a god. Uh, One Punch Man. I just like the man. I gotta do it.
Yeah, I feel like even One Punch Man could be. I feel like that would be a good, what you call it, bridge. Yeah, I think that would kind of bridge the gap between the idea of superheroes and the idea of like anime characters. I feel like, and I feel like people would really vibe with the idea of a Superman type character who was so overpowered, but he didn't really have the same the same deal as a Superman. He's like more low key with it.
Also, he would also be the only like modern one. Because who did I say? I said Slime. Slime is not modern at all. So is Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball.
Not Dragon Ball. I meant Naruto. That's what I said second.
I mean, even Naruto is kind of still modern as well, especially if
no.
Especially Boruto.
It's not like
they have computers. They have computers. They have trains. What are you talking about? It's modern. They have TVs.
That shit is still ugly.
They have TVs.
That shit is still ugly. They have Game Boys essentially, but it's a Game Boy Scroll, brother. A Game Boy Scroll. It's horrible. It's horrible.
They have phones.
I'm gonna need City Z. I'm gonna need City Z. Bring on City Z.
They have phones.
Just bring in City Z, bro. It's just City Z.
Yeah, it's probably. Actually, you probably would want to bring in like CD8 instead.
Is CD8? Oh yeah, because CD8 has the hero.
Headquarters.
Damn. It depending on like which point in time we take it from, they have their own trouble.
You know what?
Which
you know what? Actually, One Punch Man wouldn't be bad. If you want to start in Rimuru, we probably could do One Punch Man instead, and then like that would be a good bridge. Like first you have the stereotypical hero movie, and everybody's like, oh, cool, and then like maybe movie 2 could be like Rimuru, and it's like, wait a second, this is combined with that. This is weird. Okay, let's see where they're going with it. And then like 3 could be something totally different, and it's like, okay, I see where they're going now. This isn't just a hero franchise. This is actually something way different, you know?
Yeah. It'd be very. You just gotta watch it play out. Man.
Yeah.
So hold on, because I want to at least do 4 cities. So what would be the last city? I don't want to do JJK because I feel like the only good character from JJK is Gojo.
No, not that one. Maybe Black Clover?
My Hero wouldn't be good. Black Clover would definitely not be good because it would just be Asta and like Yami.
No. Black Clover could be no. Black Clover could definitely be good. What are you talking about? The Clover Capsule?
Black Clover could. Hell no, because it'd still just be the cat. I like Black Clover. But the only strong people in Black Clover are the captains and Asta. Like, yeah, the other characters, like, I love Luck. Luck Voltia is like one of my favorite characters from Black Clover simply because of how he looks. But if we're putting any of these side characters on against Asta, he's whooping ass, and they're obviously not beating the captains. So like. I feel like if Terrible Tornado came through and just said, yeah, let's just destroy it, like she would wipe out everyone besides the captains and Asta.
I think you're underestimating the verse in Black Clover.
No, bro. Terrible Tornado herself would wipe out like majority of people. And even the captains would probably have a hard time because she does nonsense.
No, because like No, this some
Like
definitely.
honestly, it would only be
No. There's definitely characters in because you have Mara Leona as well. She could.
Mary Leona isn't usually in the Clover Kingdom though.
No, she is. She definitely is.
No, she's usually isn't she usually off at like the Viking thing? Or I said Viking, the volcano.
No. I mean, not anymore. Not since like the
'Cause
series.
that's her training
No,
thing.
no. She's fighting all the time though. She's fighting all the battles now. She's there.
So we're pulling them at like final like currents.
Yeah, like current, like like wherever you need to, really. I mean, like, but yeah, like there's not as much like destruction there is in other series, but like they're definitely like imagine like just think of like Licht. I'm saying Licht in quotation marks. If you know, you know. Licht has like light powers where like he's moving. Those are light. That's actual light. So these characters are already in like the first 3 episodes are moving in light speed. You gotta think like stuff like that. Really like
Light speed is baby numbers for other series though.
but it's also the same thing for Black Clover. What I'm saying, like, I'm not sure where you're downplaying Black Clover for. Like, it's really they just because they don't be destroying cutness in one slash doesn't mean they couldn't do it. It's just like they just don't do it because nobody wants to do it.
Because they can't. They're weaklings.
No, like one character literally uses an ability. Like you remember the movie? He could have wiped out a whole country in one blast.
Could have, but did he?
Because they get stopped. Like they just put. No.
I don't remember it anyway.
Yeah,
I don't remember it anyway.
but Black Clover definitely couldn't compete power wise with other series. They definitely could. If like Slime can, yeah, they definitely can.
If you didn't say if slime is insane.
Yeah, but they also.
What do you mean
I'm talking about the big. But has Rimu ever destroyed a continent before?
Yes.
When?
We ain't got to talk about that.
Okay. But yeah. Besides, yeah, but I think Black Clover could be a good.
Also, if we're like actually pulling it from like.
But if you don't want
light novel.
I feel like if you
light novel is insanity.
I know. I feel like you need one magical series in there. Like maybe I would throw in frame, but not enough characters to think. I don't know.
But Black Clover is magical.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Also, Furry would get shit on.
That's what I mentioned.
Sadly.
Yeah, she would. Like she's powerful in her verse.
She probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Furman's a genius. Furman could probably.
Also, we shouldn't.
Absolutely stop.
Also, I'm sorry, we got something real, but we shouldn't base this off of power scaling at all. Like not at all. Does not make any sense. What we're talking.
Yeah,
about.
it's so. That's what I'm saying. It's so hard to just
No, you just
match them.
No, you just make the characters as powerful as they need to be. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but with certain moves, like, what sense does that make? Like, even if you, let's say, like
any move, like most moves.
For the first portion of the game, let's say for the first portion of this little tournament between the 4 nations.
Why are you making a tournament for?
You're teleported. I don't know. Whatever. You can't. Your power is severely reduced to like 25%. Would that matter for certain skills that characters have? Like if Rimuru used Gluttony or Beelzebub, would it still just absorb the character, or would you just have to stop that ability altogether?
A lot of what I'm talking about is like characters have a lot of. You wouldn't really need power, like unless like even Saitama, it does. If his skills the verse he's in, so even if he's like super overpowered in his verse, that only means like he's stronger than somebody who can like wipe out the surface of the planet. Doesn't mean he can like destroy. Doesn't mean he has to go around destroying planets in one punch. Even though he could do that, he doesn't do that. He doesn't do anything too crazy in the start of One Punch Man. Like further on he does, but it's only because the stuff he fights gets crazier and crazier. But at the start, it doesn't have to be that crazy. Even though he's like, One Punch Man. Well, I'm saying like you just scale everybody else to everybody else, so they don't have to be weaker than they can be as strong as they need to be for the movie franchise to work.
I understand what you're saying. I still think it would be very difficult to bring it to fruition, though.
No, I mean, yeah, of course. We're just spitballing ideas, but like when it comes to power scale, I'm never too worried about when it comes to power scale because you can always just make the characters as strong as you need to be, and make it relatively based on like vibes. Like we know like Black Clover. I mean DBZ. If we add that in there, it should definitely be stronger than Black Clover, just based on vibes. But like, we don't have
Just
Goku.
based on vibe.
Yeah, but we don't need Goku being strong enough to destroy Solar Sisters in the movie franchise to get that point across.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like, yeah, but I feel like that's one avenue. But like, okay,
What
so
would your four places be?
my four places, if I had to pick, I would probably want Black Clover is one. Then I would probably want like some kind of sci-fi thing, but I'm struggling to think of sci-fi. Probably maybe a Gundam verse. No, a Gundam. Maybe
Really?
no. Code Geass. I want Mecha in there. I'm sorry, Code Geass. I say Code Geass because the Mecha are smaller in that series, so it wouldn't be too hard. So it wouldn't be too hard to like have them be around other characters. So yeah.
The reason I didn't say Mecha is because I just don't watch Mecha.
So yeah,
I've watched maybe one or two Mecha.
Yeah, so probably one thing, Black Clover in there, and then Code Geass. I think that'd be a good movie. I'm not sure I'm not sure how it'd be a good maybe military movie. Because I'm thinking all these is movies on their own, and I'm thinking so Black Clover, Code Geass, and probably. I mean, you already said. I already mentioned One Punch Man, but I guess I mentioned it again, One Punch Man, and then
Loaded series.
And then I feel like what's another one? I feel like we got the magic. I'm thinking got like the military. I feel like
You got what? Code Geass for Mech. You have City A, I guess.
Yeah.
For superheroes, you have what else did you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna say one more. But I'm trying. I want to say it just to keep a surprise. I'm thinking. I have a demon mind right now. I feel like it's very important. I have a demon. It's like, I'm trying to think of the right verse for it. It's not coming to me because there's not a lot of shows like this. But maybe Gundam. Maybe Gundam would work. I don't know, cause like what you can probably think of it now. But like, okay, so I feel like I have like a. Yeah, I'll say maybe Gundam. But the
I thought you added Code Geass for Gundam or for Mech though.
yeah,
Do you want to have two mechs?
but the thing I was looking for is like as I always like paired with mech, so it's kind of hard to think of it outside of that sense. But I'm trying maybe like because the theme I'm thinking about is like space, like a space like because you get the Guardians of the Galaxy and that's really big, but I can't think of any space franchise that doesn't involve mechs. It's like really. Trigun. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Trigun.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to remember
Wait.
if Trigun does have mechs.
No. It doesn't have to not have mechs. I'm saying just being. I just doesn't want to be too similar to like a mecha.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Trigun would be another cool. Like if you want to do like space movies, like you just do pop into like follow the Triguns.
You could just say what is it? You could just say the Sailor Moon. If you want to say it.
Space. I'm not sure if you know this, but Sailor Moon takes 99% of it takes place on Earth.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
My experience of Sailor Moon is purely from the cover of the show. I think I've seen like one clip.
Yeah, they defend Earth. Now they don't. They go into space sometimes, but it mostly is on Earth. But yeah. So yeah, those would be my 4 movies. One Punch Man for the heroes, Black Clover for the magic, and like then Code Geass for like the mecha sci-fi elements, and then Trigun for like space themed stories. But yeah, what about you? Again?
City A from One Punch Man because it's just classic. I love City A. I love One Punch Man. Uh, Probably Black Clover. Black Clover might change in its content, but probably Black Clover with the Clover Kingdom. Uh, Actually, no, you said Black Clover. I don't really have a fourth yet, but Naruto with Konoha,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Rimuru with Rimuru. Uh, it is so crazy that they named his city Rimuru.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
not just Tempest, because the country is Tempest, but the
Mm-hmm.
city is just Rimuru.
Okay.
So
Okay.
weird.
So we got
But
at least about like what 6 or 7 movies right now. Okay. So what would these movies? So I don't want just to be like it's a superhero franchise. It's like because I wouldn't. It doesn't have to be. So like just, they don't have to form a team. But like, what would this franchise? What would be like connecting thread for this franchise? What would they be like doing? Because like in Godzilla, you have like people mostly come to Godzilla movies to see two big monsters fight or just
I
monsters
mean,
fight in
it
general.
depends on what we're trying to do with them. Because like, if we trying to make them like chill,
Yeah,
then we could just have them develop their cities, like ask for help from other countries, like Naruto asking City A for help, or like borrowing a hero or some shit
yeah, yeah. Like what we want these most.
to fight like some giant monster.
Yeah. And also, it could be like the Venom verse where it's just all solo movies, like where you want it to be just solo movies, like but they all like have a little bit hint
It
to
could be. I think it wouldn't hurt none if
yeah,
it was a solo
like
endeavor,
like
just simply because the characters.
yeah, because that is one way to do a verse like with Venom verse, like they all sit in the same world, but but they don't interact with each other at all for the most part. You just like no, oh yeah, you just know this is the same world and this is how it works. So we could do something like that where we just like for the baseline. But I feel like that was going to some with some of the. I feel like that's one of the problems of the universe though is that they don't interact with each other. Different movies. I feel like I wouldn't necessarily want them to be a super from our team, but it'd be cool to see them face like a common threat together from time to time.
There should be a common thread.
Also,
I feel like that's like
what would we call this? Like J Stars, like the game out based off the games, or
no, we don't have to just call it J Stars. We could call it something else.
it's like
As far as what else we would call it, I don't know.
I don't know. Could be really
It is.
it could be really anything. It's like you can't just call it like probably who depends on like one. I don't know. It's probably hero something hero um I don't know world heroes or something. I don't know. Could be anything.
No, not World Heroes.
Is world heroes a bad name? It's like
Yes, it is.
what
I don't know. We could
universe heroes. This is important. This is important. This is important. This is actually important. Universe heroes.
okay. You could say Universe of Heroes, but
Universe.
Universe Heroes does not work out either.
If the main thing is, so are we going with the idea that like all these different locations characters getting transported onto Earth?
I guess
Okay.
it would seem to be the commonality.
Okay. Yeah. So imagine you have to have something to do with like different realities merging. I don't know. Universe of heroes of like multiverse of heroes. Maybe I don't know. Hero multiverse. Yeah, hero multiverse.
It just sounds like a weird computer game from the early 2000s, man.
I don't know. I feel like you gotta have a better hint to like what like the anime deemed. Though I'm not sure how to do that without being subtle about it. Actually, no. You know how? Never mind. I can think. I was on to something. I was thinking about how hero is named in Japan, and here it sounds like hero. It's like. I don't know. You can workshop the name later, but like Universal Heroes, World Heroes, whatever you want to call it. But what else do you need for a franchise? You think to actually make it work for a cinematic universe?
Common goal.
A common goal.
Yes, there has to be some reason for them to all be here.
Guess they would all be trying to fix the world, get back to how things were before. Uh, go. But I mean, again, it depends on how long this. But I don't know. I feel like this. I feel like the now I'm thinking about it. It's just like if this is going for years and years. Probably. I figure like they might figure it out in like the first two movies, how to like get back to their own worlds, but then but there'll be some kind of way for them to go back and forth and say please. Like it'll be like this, like there'll be like a gateway that they all can travel to, like to go back and forth from their planet from their world to like this like I'd say our world like Earth, and that'll be out there like and then they all have their solo movies, right? They all have their solo movies that take place on their own worlds. But every like once in a while, every like few movies, there'll be a big threat that like threatens all the worlds, and you come back to like the main one, like the main hub world to actually to deal with it or something.
That sounds like a manga I've read called
Mm,
Leveling Up with Skills.
uh, yeah. So, I know what I just described was literally just like Marvel comics and like these with comic books in general. Like there's like they all had their own universes, and like Spider-Verse, they all had different universes, and they come together when there's like a threat that the challenge that like threatens all of them. Yeah, but I imagine the first movie we could literally wrap up that plot line of all the cities being in one on one Earth in the first movie or the first few movies, right? And then. But then afterward, every time they come together, it's like a big deal. They have to come. They have to like travel to the universe to get to like meet up and stuff. Yeah. Like also, who? What? Okay. Speaking of that, so what would the main threat be for this universe? Would it be like? Would we create our own version? Would you create your own? Would you? What they? Do you think would? If Hollywood studio or whatever studio was doing this, should they create their own original characters? To be like a common thread like that isn't like specific to one show, which they just like bring in characters from different series together for as a threat.
I would I would personally create a unique threat.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
feel like it would have to be like I don't know, some like the universe uh brought you four heroes or I don't know, something like the universe brought you here to
Okay.
save this
Okay.
world or something.
Okay. I mean I can kind of agree with that, but I think but I've seen it before. I feel like people don't usually like that kind of thing when they bring in when a new character is introduced that's like that has nothing to do, or maybe not nothing to
Once
do.
again, people are idiots.
Like if the main villain of like of a DC EU MCU movie was like a original character, I feel like nobody would vibe with that. But so I feel like we could have. It depends. I feel like maybe we could have like a character that isn't necessarily from any specific anime, but could be like based off one of those anime, but it's technically not. You know, I'm trying to think if it. Wait, what's the of the anime series we can think of? What's like the most noble villain of all of them that we listed so far?
Uh, for Slime, it would probably be the Angels. For Naruto, obviously, it would either be it would just be an Otsutsuki.
Oh yeah, like
If I had
Kaguya.
to choose, I would probably choose Ichiban Otsutsuki.
Yeah,
That motherfucker is hard.
yeah, Ishiki.
Uh,
Yeah.
for
Yeah. You. Oh, I have an idea. What if the villain had the ability like to like disguise himself as other people? Like they disguise themselves as Ishiki. They disguise themselves as like maybe one of the angels, and then or they disguise themselves as like a monster from One Punch Man, or like a like a or enemy from Black Clover. But then we found out like really like twist at like the end of the movie or whatever that they're actually just this new character, but it's like kind of like we got to see those past villains still, so it's not like too like jarring. Like it's still like those past.
no,
What do you mean?
I think it would be cooler to just
No.
have him uh create the characters from their verses. The monster.
That
Like
work. That work. That
have
work.
it
That
more
works.
like
That works too. I'm just saying something's like so it's not like oh this new original character that nobody's ever seen before. They're the big threat. I feel like I feel like that works too. I think them being able to create like these shallow versions of the past villains.
yeah. I feel like if he's gonna be a big bad for all of them to deal with, he can't just be someone that. Oh wait, we saw him just losing this form like for the past 15 fucking episodes or the past 3 movies. Like, what's the point of having him come back now and just saying that he's stronger just to lose in the exact same movie? Like,
Okay, I didn't think about
I feel
them.
like
I didn't think about them losing that way. I thought they would just be around, as different forms, not them losing. But yeah, I mean, but
see, I was
you bring up a good
the
point.
way I thought
You bring up a
the
good
way
point
I
though.
thought you was gonna do it would be uh the villains sort of disguising themselves as people from the different worlds, and we're just sort of watching him travel.
Hmm.
We're watching him go to the different cities that's been thrown into this world of chaos. So like
No,
we latch on to a character. Let's say we let's latch on to a random character that we see going to the different verses, and like somewhere like in the middle of the movie or in the middle of the season, or whatever, he just reveals that he's the villain somehow. Like
I don't
it's
know.
like yeah, they look pretty strong or something.
You know
I don't
what?
know.
You know what? I mean, I'm kind of drifting back to my original deal with them disguise themselves because, like, wait, when you brought up like them being defeated in like all the movies, I'm thinking like, now I'm kind of thinking about what if there was like this common villain throughout the movies, and like you just saw them progressively get stronger and stronger as they went, as you would see them, you would be like, okay, it's weird this character came back in this movie. And what about these villains? Like you would see Kaguya show up in in Black Clover instead, and you'd be like, why is Kaguya here in the Black Clover movie? And they'd be like, oh, and then because you like find out, oh, this is a franchise. This is like a cinematic universe now. Like you wouldn't know Kaguya's the main villain at first, or something. But then and then like they'll be revealed maybe later in the movie or something, and then you be like wondering what's that about, and you see like it's this villain, and then you see like it'll lead into the next movie, and this like other villain show up, and I'm not sure, maybe Black Clover, like Lick shows up in in like a slime movie, and like, okay, why is Lick in a slime movie? Like this crazy idea, I know, just follow along. And then they get defeated again, but then like this character like shows up again, so we get to know this villain throughout the movies. We actually get to see them like in person, or maybe not in person, but we see them like this is actually them in a way. Maybe it's a shallow version where they can puppeting, but in some way I want the villain to be something that's shared through all movies, all the movies at the start.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
think it's a cool idea to send different villains to different verses.
yeah,
Like yeah,
it'd be cool if like puppeteering them. So then we get to it is not just like they show up at the like Thanos is cool, but like he doesn't show up until like Infinity War. I mean, you know, so it'd be cool to see the villain for along with him. Also, the MCU has a big problem. Like a villain will show up and they'll like immediately die, just immediately. You don't get any returning villains for the most part. So it'd be cool to see that kind of thing. Even though it does mean they're gonna keep on losing, I think the trade-off is better that you build up rapport with the characters. Yeah, so full of just I don't know, to make this a tad bit more cohesive. Uh, how would you sum up this franchise based on what we said? Make it more cohesive.
uh, in what way?
Like how just like kind of explain how it would go based on what we talked about. How it would go, like the idea.
Like a summary?
Yeah, summary. So just summarize it. Summarize it so somebody
Uh,
could follow along because we were all over the place, just throwing out ideas.
so basically, in a world created by chaos, 4 nations from different universes are summoned to one planet in the threat of a. Actually, no. In a world of chaos, 4 nations from 4 universes are summoned to one planet. Uh, and while they're trying to, I don't know, while they're trying to cope with the reality, a looming threat begins to rear its head. uh, damn, I'm bad at this. Uh, now with, damn, hold on. Now with the threat of past villains in different universes, or now with the threat of past villains in different universes, how will they deal with this new problem? I don't fucking know. I'm
Hmm.
not good at this.
Okay, I think I'll pick up where you left off. So these passwords. So would each anime series get their own solo movie first, or would it just be all one big collab movie from the very start?
Uh, I think it would be. It wouldn't be a collab movie, but you would have like two nations in one movie at least,
Hmm.
and it would just be them, getting used
Dealing
to.
dealing with it. So okay,
Yeah,
maybe do it something like each of these maybe start with solo movies like say start with Slime like you suggested first. Slime characters maybe gets transported to like Earth, like maybe our Earth, you know, and they have to deal with this new villain. Let's say Ishiki or Kaguya, I guess, or something from like Naruto. And it's like I think Kaguya. I think Naruto blending over would be the best because like they both like have some Japanese influence. I mean, like more than usual, because like the Oni and stuff. So I think that'd be cool. Then, like deal with that. They have to deal with that threat, and maybe get some help from some Naruto characters cameo, and then maybe go to One Punch Man. Then you go to One Punch Man movie. They also get transported to like CA. I don't know. Maybe CA gets put in America somewhere. Then they have to deal with another past villain from another series, and then I mean, Satama has to get acclimated to like on our world and how things go here. Like there's not like giant monsters everywhere until like a villain finally does show up. Now actually that would be cool to like what would Satama do in the world without monsters, you know, and then. You get that. So basically, each solo movie, them dealing with not only just being in a new world, but also them dealing with like a new villain from like another series, which ties them all together. And then eventually get like one big movie about them all like meeting each other, and they defeat this common threat. And then afterwards, you can have like different solo movies. And already they back to their own universes, but the door is still open for them to get back to like meet up again. And that's basically the different franchise from what we talked about so far I can think of. So it's a bit crazy, high concept, but I feel like if you were going to build an anime cinematic universe, this is one way you could do it.
yeah. I see.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think I think that's pretty much it. I mean, definitely could talk about a lot more, but like, yeah, I don't want to drag on for too long. What about you?
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was fun. Uh, uh, it'd be cool to hear some other thoughts on how you could do a cinematic universe in this way. Oh, also we didn't really touch on how you do one anime, but I'm just like take that idea of all those other series and just like condense it, like strip out like all those series like combining or like cameoing into like all the other solo movies and meeting up and just take that away. Just do it by itself. Like one verse can transport to like Earth, and then and go from there. Or you can just do it like full scale, just or one to one anime adaptation. I think that could also work if you know what you're doing and should avoid some tropes that don't really translate well into like live action. We didn't get to if we really wanted to be live action or not, but I was thinking live action though. Like
I was not.
you weren't thinking live action?
No.
Oh, I was thinking live action this whole time. That's crazy. Like,
There
what?
would be. I have yet to see a live action that can make something like Naruto work.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like try to cut out the calling out attacks and like in the like the in like some in like transformation sequences. uh, like the overly long like transformation sequences where where they're just
Yeah.
we're just like defenseless. And yeah, I think that could be a good cinematic universe. I mean, I definitely watch it. Not sure how many other people be in theaters too. It's like, uh, uh, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Any other thoughts?
No, that's it for me.
All right, I'll see you on the next one, travelers.
Adios.